Y'all know that like fresh hair feeling where you just get your hair done and you like it but you hate it? That's kind of how I feel right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I kind of just want to be a little bit transparent with you all because I have so many video things that like I want to just come on here and do because, you know, but then I'm also kind of like, I need to be transparent because like one of the main reasons I started this channel is so I can have an outlet to talk about my like relationship with Christ and all of that. The problem is that I have not been consistent like I should be. I've been in my Bible like I should be. So at first I was just reading stuff in Proverbs, but then I was like, I don't know, I'm kind of reading the same thing. It's kind of boring me a little bit. So I was like, we're gonna kind of skip around and go to a different book. So honestly, I've been really inconsistent in my readings and doing what I need to do to actually grow in my relationship with Christ. Like I was feeling like really motivated in the very beginning, and then after I just kind of like didn't feel motivated anymore because I just didn't feel motivated. So that's bad for one, but we need to change that. Obviously, like I need to get back into like my word, get back to reading every day and really just like, you know, reading the word and getting everything. Matthew chapter 6 is really good. It's kind of just talking about Matthew. Well, like obviously, but like it's kind of just talking about like the Lord talking to Matthew, I think, and just like it's just really good stuff in there. Like chapter 6 verse 6, it says, but when you pray, go into your room and shut your door, pray to your Father in the secret place. I don't think that's word for word. Sometimes I kind of paraphrase the verses, but yeah. And another thing that's really good is 6:24. No one can serve two. Actually, let me read this one from the book, because that's a good one. Matthew 1:11. It's T 1111. Did I say that right? I don't know if I said that right. Matthew 6:24 reads, no one can serve two masters, for either he will hate. Let me start over. It reads, no one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will be loyal to one and despise the other. You cannot serve man and mammon. 8. He ate. I want to know why though he ate that, because like it speaks to my brain, because the same sins that you fall into or I fall into or whoever may fall into might just be because you're trying to serve man and you're not trying to serve God. I'm realizing how big my forehead is looking. Everyone has a big forehead. Not everyone, but you. Embrace it. For real. Embrace it. But anyways, because a lot of the sins that we do or have is because we're trying to serve man. It's like we're trying to serve man. Not serve man, but we're trying to live in our fleshly desires, but also try to serve God at the same time. And I feel like recently for me, it's been because I'm like giving into worldly type of things and not focusing on what's important, getting distracted, like just not doing everything I should be doing and not praying as often, just getting distracted and kind of focusing on the wrong things in a way. So that's kind of just like a little thing, I guess, to kind of overcome. And then also in Matthew, they give us the Lord's Prayer. And oh wait, let's time travel back before we talk about the Lord's Prayer. Matthew chapter 6 verse 8, it says, let's start at 6. Let's start at 5, actually, because God, he talking, he doing some big talk here. So we're gonna start at Matthew 6 verse 5. And when you pray, you shall not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the corners of the streets, that they may be seen by men. Assuredly, I say to you, they have their reward. But you, when you pray, go into your room, and when you have shut your door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. And when you pray, do not use vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they will be heard for their many words. Therefore, do not be like them, for your Father knows the things you have need of before you ask him. What a mercy. What's so hard to read this? Oh. Is Lord have mercy using the Lord's name in vain? I apologize. I feel like Matthew 6 is a really good chapter, because it's really just like talking about a lot of good stuff. Like, don't do charitable deeds just to do a charitable deed. Do the charitable deed because you want to do the charitable deed. Don't put on some act or some front because you think it's going to impress God, when God knows your true heart. God knows your true heart. Don't do some random act of kindness because you're trying to impress God. God knows what you're doing. Hello? Don't be slow. Is that me? I'm sorry. Another thing about when you pray in your secret place. You know, people talk about their prayer rooms. They be serious. They have a prayer closet, a prayer temple where they go and they talk to God and all of that. Because I don't know where it was, but I read it somewhere, and it was like, the enemy can't see your thoughts like God can. God can see your thoughts. God can see everything. The enemy attacks you based off of what you say and your actions. So if you are saying these bad things, you're talking about doing these bad things, and you're acting in bad ways and doing bad actions, then the enemy is going to attack you based off of that. Like, the enemy is going to try to attack you no matter what. He's going to find something that's like, ooh, do this, ooh, do that. Or I remember the last time I was talking about a little whatever in my last video where I was talking about God. Y'all remember? I don't remember what it was. Something had fell, or I forgot my pen. My pen flew, and then all of a sudden I got distracted. But I have to remember that the enemy's probably distracting me because I'm talking about God right now. Like, you have to be aware of like the Lord's voice or the enemy's voice. You have to be aware of like the enemy trying to distract you, because stuff is not just a convenience, in my opinion. I don't think it's just a convenience. Like, stuff happens for a reason. Like, you're sitting here, you're talking about doing whatever, and then like you keep finding yourself being like, you want to give into that sin more and more and more, because the enemy is seeing what you're doing. He's seeing what you're saying, and he's like, okay, bet. That's what he's doing. He's like, okay, bet. Like, come on. But also, you just have to try to be more aware of like, because the enemy can also disguise himself. He can disguise himself as people or items, or really, and lift receipts. I don't care about lift receipts. Anyways, he can he can disguise himself as anything. He can disguise himself as people, as things, as places, as TV shows, as literally anything. He can disguise himself, and you just have to be aware of, is what I'm doing a godly thing? Am I doing this in the works of the Lord, or am I doing this because I'm being tempted by the enemy? And another one is one of my favorite little verses now, Proverbs chapter 1 verse 10. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. And in this scenario, I will change up. My daughters, if sinners entice you, do not consent. Therefore, if a sinner is tempting you to do something, then don't consent to do it. Don't do it. Ignore. Pray. Do whatever. Separate yourself. Do not give in to little stuff. And make sure to repent. Like, obviously, like, we're not, like, sometimes we're genuinely not gonna know if we did something that is, like, a sin or not in, like, the works of God. Because in the moment, like, you're gonna think it's right. You're gonna be like, oh, like, you're just gonna go about your day. But then later on, you may realize it, and you may actually think about it, like, oh, that wasn't right. I shouldn't have done that. Like, go back and think about that and repent. Be honest with God. Be like, hey, I did not think of it that way, or whatever. Like, he knows your heart. He knows if you did it genuinely, like, because you were ignorant to it, or if you did it because you were just, you knew and you heard his voice telling you not to, but then you did it anyways. Don't be disobedient. Speaking of that, here's a couple things. Now, we have a very forgiving God. God, he is very forgiving. He's gonna hear you out. Like, obviously, he gonna put you through trials and tribulations. If you keep doing what he telling you not to do, he gonna put you through stuff. He gonna give you that punishment. He gonna be like, I appreciate your thoughts, but yeah, we gotta work on this. You're gonna have to go through some stuff. You need to do some self-evaluation before I can give you another blessing, before I can give you something else. Like, we gonna have to work on this. We have to work on this. He does that. But we have a very forgiving God. Like, he's gonna forgive you. He's gonna be like, okay, I hear you. I'm understanding. Like, okay, we can work on this. We can get through this. But there's 6 things that the Lord hates. The Lord hates. And am I done talking about Matthew? Let me make sure I'm done talking about Matthew, chat, before I move on, chat. Because I need to make sure I got everything out that I want to talk about in Matthew. I can always go back, but, you know, I get distracted. I need to... Let me write that down. Because, y'all, the Bible ate with this. Make sure I'm not writing that. Oh. So, you know how, like, in the Bible... I'm in Matthew right now. That's why you got all the red. But you know how, like, in the Bible, you see a verse and it got, like, the other chapters you can go to based off of, like, something in that verse. I be seeing them, but I never actually go to, like, the chapter. Let me write some of this down because I like some of this. One moment, please. So, these 3. I'm gonna probably do one of each of my Bible study tonight. Yes. Okay. So, back to what I was talking about. So, we have a very forgiving God, right? God, he's forgiving. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. Actually, kind of reading it right now. Because yesterday, I kind of just skimmed over it, but right now, I'm kind of, like, actually, like... Okay. And then another thing that really spoke out to me yesterday was... chapter 6, chapter 6, verse 16 through 19. These 6 things the Lord hates. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift in running to evil, a false witness who speaks lies, and one who sows discord among brethren. So, yeah, just kind of think about that. Are you doing one of the things that the Lord hates? I mean, obviously, he hates them, but, like, are they the unforgivable sin? And another thing, too, is that... Oh, I found it. Never mind. Oh, I got pen on me. We all know the unforgivable sin, right? We all know blasphemy, right? So, I remember this stupid braid. Okay. Like... a lot of people, I guess, are kind of unaware about the unforgivable sin and, like, what blasphemy actually is. And I saw this video. It's that one guy that be talking about about God, and like, there's some one guy that be talking about God, and I don't know his name. I really don't know his name, but he was just saying how blasphemy is when like you deny the Lord so much, or when you like ignore him so much that your heart becomes like cold of the Lord, or like stone of the Lord, where like you can't accept the Holy Spirit inside of you. Like you just don't anymore. You know what I mean? Like you just don't accept him, and like your heart is just so cold that you can't hear the voice of God anymore at all. And I know, at least for me, I used to get really scared when they would talk about blasphemy, because like, it's the unforgivable sin. You cannot come back from it. And I'm just like, what is blasphemy? Have I committed it? What is it? What's going on? Like, I used to be so unsure of like, did I do it? Just what? But then, like, obviously, try not to be lukewarm, because God hates when we're lukewarm. He doesn't like when we're lukewarm. Like, he does not like when we're lukewarm. If you still have a desire to talk to God, and if you can realize that, hey, what I'm doing is not right, or I should be doing more for God, or I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, then, I don't know, God is hard. Like, having a relationship with God is hard, and like, it's definitely not easy. And I know God said it was not going to be easy. He said that it's not going to be easy, and then you can see what God has done for others, and you're just like, how do I get to that point? But you just, it's always when I'm like really in my Bible, when I'm in my Bible, when I'm doing my Bible study every day, when I'm taking time out of my day to go talk to God, or I'm taking an hour, or not even an hour sometimes, if I'm taking like 30, 45 minutes to really just sit in my word, meditate in my word, see what God is trying to tell me, then he is gonna open your eyes up to so many more things. Like, he's gonna open your eyes to stuff. He's gonna like, what's the word? He's gonna start putting stuff into your head, and you're gonna start overthinking certain stuff. Like, you're gonna start overthinking, like, that's a bad habit. That's a bad TV show. That relationship is not working out. That friendship is not working out. Like, genuinely, the other day, now, I think my top biggest sins, I'm not going to get into my top biggest sins because I don't want to share that, but, like, one of my bigger sins is secular music, because I love jamming out. I love it. I do. I really do. And it's bad because, like, it was this one song, Bruno Mars. I love Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is like my number one fan, celebrity crush, music person. I'm his number one fan. I want to see him in concert. I love him. I love Bruno Mars. Actually, that's making it sound like I'm obsessed with him. I'm not obsessed with Bruno Mars. I just really like his music, and he's my celebrity crush that I've had since like 8. I'm wording this really weirdly. Oh my god. Okay, I like Bruno Mars. Let's leave it at that. So, yeah, I don't want y'all to think that, like, he's just this person I be worshiping. No. But I do like Bruno Mars. I do. So, It Will Rain, that song, I love that song. I do. And it was for a good week. That song was on repeat. I was playing it so many times because I was just like jamming. I was like, if you ever leave me, baby. I'm just like, It was hitting so bad. But then I saw this video, and it was this girl that was listening to the song. And I thought that we was about to be jamming together. I was like, oh, no play. There's one line that's like, there's no religion that could save me. And then she was like, oh, and then she changed the song right after that. And I was like, oh. Like, he'll open your eyes up to stuff that you don't, like, see yourself. Yes, he'll open your eyes up to stuff that he doesn't see, that you don't see yourself, which is sometimes a slap in the face, because you're like, why would you do that? But then it's also like, he needed to do it. He needed to do it for you, because clearly you're not doing what you need to do. So I'm gonna show you myself. Kazam! And then he's like, who did that? Oh, I did that. Like, I literally feel like that's how he be, low-key. Like, you could just be chilling, minding your business one day. I feel like I'm all over the place, but I don't really care. I feel like you could just be chilling, minding your business one day, and then he'll randomly reveal something to you, and he'll just be like, I done told you. And then he'll just go about his day, and then leave you just thinking. And he'll be looking at you like, I told you. I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to listen when I tried to tell you. So now I gotta paint it out for you directly. Like, now I gotta tell you word for word. Like, I feel like that's how we looking at us, and it's kind of crazy. Like, you know, but then you gotta realize, like, it's a whole nother side of, like, because you never know what God has in store for you. So you may think that, like, I want to do this right now, I want to do this right now, I want to do this right now, but there's also another thought that's like, if you let go of whatever that is, there's a bigger blessing coming on the other side for you. Yes, it's easier said than done. Like, letting go of something is easier said than done, but once you do it, then it's like, there's something else that's coming that is going to be so much better for you. It's going to benefit you so much more. You're going to feel so much better if you do, if something is going to come in place of what you held on to for so long, and you're going to be like, oh, well, why didn't I do it sooner? Like, that's literally going to be like your realization, and I feel like that's kind of crazy. So yeah, I like talking about God. This is fun. The things that I wrote down were 2 Peter, 1 Timothy, and James chapter 4. I don't know which one we're going to read though, because I think, yes, I was talking about God, but I don't think that actually counts as my Bible study. I need to be in my word. Don't play with me. So we could go to 2 Peter, we could go to 2 Timothy, we could go to James. And I think that we're going to go to James, just because it's the odd one out. Like, you see how all the other ones have like a, my handwriting was so bad on these, but you see how all these other ones have like a 1 or a 2. James doesn't. I feel like that's, so yeah. James starts 1385. Okay. Oh, this about to eat. Okay. Like, you know when you skim over like what you about to read and you like, oh, this about to, yeah, that's how I just felt. Thank you guys for kind of sitting and chatting with me. This video kind of came a little over, but whatever, it's fine. We're gonna upload it and edit it anyways, and it's gonna be fun. Thank you for chatting with me. I'm going to read James chapter 4, and I will talk to you guys about it in whenever time. So yeah, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy my video. Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye. She's cute, but my forehead is booming right now, truly booming.